From Careco TV, one of the longest-running outdoor programs on television today. Exploring the country and the coast in search of adventure. From the mountains of the Great Northwest to the shores of the Atlantic Ocean, this is Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin.
We're here at the Texas Warrior Dash with the team from Americana Outdoors and Cabela's. We've got the extreme performance gear stuff we're getting ready to really put to the test. We've had about 24 hours of non-stop rain, and it's still raining. And you can look all around me. This is an incredible event. We've got folks that have come from all over the nation. They've got gear set up here, and nobody's stopping because of the weather, and nobody's going to wimp out on this run. They've got over 3 miles of obstacles, rain, and mud that they're going to be challenged with. This promises to be a pretty exciting event, but it's also going to be a great way to look at Cabela's extreme performance gear.
So Cabela's got involved with the Warrior Dash due to our extreme performance gear, also known as XPG. It's outdoor gear that gets you trained. We have camping gear, training gear, rain gear, everything for all types of weather. And that's why we're here getting involved with the Warrior Dash, because it's a great crowd for it and truly a test of the XPG gear that we have.
I'm wearing the Cabela's XPG. It is cool, it is comfortable, and it's actually keeping me dry in this rain. It's like 60 degrees, it's drizzly, we're gonna get more rain. I'm also wearing these Cabela's XPG socks. They're wool, nylon, and a little bit of spandex. So the wool actually keeps me warm, because my feet are soaked and muddy already right now, just walking from the car. They're wet, but they're warm and everything, and that nylon just helps form my foot a little bit better, and then the spandex, obviously for flexibility.
This XPG gear is amazing, and I honestly am not just saying that because I work for the company. I love it. As soon as I put it on, I played college tennis and always had some cool gear, but it's so lightweight, it's awesome, and the socks are amazing.
It's great because it's durable and it's light, so when you're out in the heat or in elements like this, you're gonna stay comfortable and you're gonna make it through whatever you're doing.
All right, so we're here at the Warrior Dash. It's a 3.5 mile event, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm not sure how my legs are gonna hold up throughout this whole thing, but it looks like a lot of fun. Everyone's having a good time, and I'm excited for it.
Well, this is your first time, so yeah, she's gonna get stuck. I'm gonna have to pull her out a lot.
And I'm gonna beat them all of them.
We are just under 3 miles in and got less than a mile left. It's going really well. I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun, a lot of mud, a lot of taking it, falling, but it's a lot of fun. I'm ready to get the rest done.
Challenging, slick, and muddy, and lots of people falling everywhere, but we made it through.
I feel pretty good. It's been challenging, slipping and sliding everywhere. It's a blast, and I can't wait to finish it up.
I ate it about like 3 times. I can see the finish line.
The team is done. We're all finished. We have finished the Warrior Dash.
So for your next race, or when you head out on the trail, stop by your local Cabela's and pick up some Cabela's Extreme Performance gear, or shop online at Cabelas.com/XPG.
Fish on! Come on, get together.
gill that I've used for the last 5 years has been a far superior product than anything else on the market.
The main thing that's really important to me is me being dry. I've been wearing gill suits now for 3 years and never once have I gotten wet.
After your next successful fishing trip, savor the flavor with a Bradley Smoker. They have a whole list of creative recipes for catch with a wide variety of delicious smoky wood flavors. Find out more about making your meal as memorable as the fishing trip at bradleysmoker.com.
Engineered to excel, the Ranger Z500 and Z100 series are built for the ultimate ownership experience. It's a commitment to excellence packed with real-world advantages and exclusive features. Experience the accelerated performance standards of the legendary Ranger Z series. From first light to last cast, they're put together to set you apart. Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here.
Yamaha Outboards' reputation for reliability is nothing short of legendary. And right now, the Yamaha Legendary Reliability Sales Event will turn that reliability into even greater value for you. For a limited time, purchase any eligible new Yamaha 2.5 to 300 horsepower outboard and choose either a full 5 years of legendary Yamaha warranty protection or up to $1,500 in dealer credit. This is a legendary deal, but it's only available until March 31st, 2016. So get to your Yamaha outboard dealer now.
Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin, is brought to you by Garmin. Fight your fish, not your fish finder. Cabela's. It's in your nature. Ranger Boats. Still building legends one at a time. Yamaha Marine. We're at the Cabela store in Buda, Texas, where a very special Meeting of the Minds is being held between corporate Cabela's merchants and the Cabela's pro staff. This Bass Summit promises to be insightful and practical, both in the store and on the water.
At the Buda store here today, we have a lot of our key pro staff in, and what we're really doing is we're taking the opportunity to grab this huge vast knowledge that they have. These guys are on the water hundreds of days a year, and you just can't replace that. We take this opportunity to really understand what their thoughts are. You know, we pack a lot into a few days here, but you know, we start out, one is we take our merchandisers, product developers, and we walk through our pro staff's boats, you know, to see how they use the gear. We really understand, are there gaps in what we sell to what they need?
You know, and it can be something as specific as a hook or a fishing line or tackle or how they store the boat or what they're doing that, you know, relates back to the end user who has just a little bit of free time on the weekend to know that they're being able to pick the right gear because they've got input from the top merchandisers and the top anglers out there, and it really translates into better product.
We actually come out here on the floor and go through the product.
The jerk bait you have looks really good. I think all of that stuff looks really good. And then the colors, I like the new colors a lot better.
We want the customer to be able to find exactly what they're looking for easily, quickly. Ultimately, this is about the customer.
This afternoon, we're supposed to go out on the lake bass drop, and that should be a lot of fun. I've never been there before, but Wade and a couple of the other guys, last time they said it was a bunch of fun, caught a lot of fish. And that way we can get out on the water and kind of experience different rods and do a lot of the different things that we've been talking about and just really put those through the paces.
We're able to just share kind of some of what we're talking about, you know, some of the products that we might need, just really get out there and catch fish. Building relationships, that's kind of what it's all about.
We'll go look over here, man. That's where I freaking crushed them.
This is fun fishing here. This is all about the bite, you know, but it also gives you a chance to, you know, share a lot of information, you know, both with what baits Jeff's throwing over there, and then, you know, you start talking to Josh about different things that they're doing with electronics and trends that they're seeing, and it all really kind of culminates with a great education process for everybody involved.
Showing what we do with these products as opposed to talking about what we do with these, many times it's two different things. What somebody tells you the way they're using a lure, or maybe a not to use, or a reason why. See, I told you this is why I use this and this is why I use that.
Yeah, it's a privilege to fish with these guys. They're very good at what they do.
These guys are evolving and changing their techniques every day as they're fishing. So what might have worked a month ago 6 months ago, a year ago, isn't working today. And we have to make sure that for our customers, that we're capturing all this information so we're ahead of it for next season, so we have all the applicable techniques that these guys are using today.
Nice.
Yeah, nice little guy. Nice little schooling fish. Really enjoy coming out here and catching these guys. Even though they're small, we get a lot of bites, catch a lot of fish like this. It's a good time to learn a lot from these guys, and a lot of what we're doing here today will affect, how we build product in the future.
I mean, the technology has just gotten so much better. Year after year they come out with new products. You don't even know that this technology is even possible until you see it.
Knowing where there's a bass swimming is really key in this type of a situation.
Taking the lead on stuff like that and developing new products, you never know what we might have missed.
I can see them in front of my boat. Golly, that was cool. That's like watching one shark. Did you see it?
You may not come down here and catch an 8 or 10 pounder every day, but you're going to get your line stretched and have a lot of fun.
We had a great day today. I was with probably one of the best fishermen in the world, Mike McClellan. It was a great day, a lot of schooling fish, a lot of action. Couldn't ask for anything better. Went over a lot of product knowledge that Mike has and direction from him, so it's a great partnership with Mike.
That really shows a lot for Cabela's, how they're going the extra mile to see what people use, to actually get out there and get their hands dirty. When I go to Cabela's, they're gonna have what I want.
The reason that we go to such great lengths to pull this group together is because of the amount of value and the resources that we get out of this from a product standpoint of what works, what doesn't, what's coming, and ultimately what we can do better to help our customers catch more fish. That's ultimately what it's about. And we all love fishing. We all love making things better and improving them, and just seeing the collaboration of the two minds or the group of minds come together is really cool. I really enjoy that part.
Now, if bass fishing is your passion, be sure to check out Cabela's complete line of ZX rods online or at your local Cabela's. And here's this week's Ranger Boats Q&A. For the answer, visit mydreamrig.com.
Let's get down to business. Quiet, you sons of fishes. Now, what?
I'm switching sonar.
Why?
Because now I can see fish swimming live in front of my boat. I even see fish attack my lure. Y'all sonar's just history. I'm out.
I'm with him.
Arctic Ice loves the outdoors. Wherever your next adventure takes you and your cooler, use Arctic Ice to keep your food and drinks cold and dry. It's also great for keeping live wells cool, so fish and bait stay healthy. You can even keep frozen food or game frozen for days. Cold or frozen, Arctic Ice has got you covered. 3 brands of Arctic Ice let you choose the temperature you want for your cooler. You never have to buy ice again. Watch the videos at arctic-ice.com. Check out our new Chill and Brew Team Sport colors, great for tailgating. Remember, it's not just ice, it's Arctic Ice.
Bubble Blade. The Bubba Blade is the ultimate sportsman's knife. For fishing,
one cut and you're through, guys, kind of like butter.
Just like butter.
Hunting.
You can see it just took that right off.
Camping, or just carving up meat at the barbecue. If you've got a sportsman in the family, they're going to want to have a Bubba Blade knife. The super sharp edge and the large patented handle that gets sticky when wet makes the Bubba Blade the perfect sportsman's knife. The handle protects your hands from the blade, and the trigger grip and thumb pads let you have total control of the knife. The Bubba Blade comes in different styles and sizes to fit the need of every sportsman. So whether it's for the boat, hunting, camping, or just for slicing meat at a barbecue, the Bubba Blade is the ultimate knife for the sportsman. Go online at BubbaBlade.com to order your Bubba Blade today.
At Amphibia, we've resolved to build a product that nobody else offers, using methods that nobody else is using, optimized for life on water and land. The choice of top bass fishing pros. Amphibia frames are designed to fit comfortably no matter how your face is shaped, to stay firmly in place through your most physical activities, and to float in water. Amphibia sunglasses are truly designed for life on the water.
Heavy duty, rugged, and designed for the big game hunter and angler. The Foodsaver Game Saver Titanium Vacuum Sealer has the power and performance to seal in the freshness of your game and fish for up to 3 years, 5 times longer than standard storage methods. And with its extra wide dual and repetitive sealing capabilities, that's a ton of big game savings. Tough tested and rated 4.8 out of 5 stars by outdoorsmen just like you. The Foodsaver Titanium System, it's a true game changer.
Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin, is brought to you by Sawyer Product. We keep you outdoors. Bradley Smoker. Food smoking made easy. And Hobie Fishing.
You know, Clark, one of the biggest challenges, whether you're a seasoned bass angler or a first-timer, is what rod do you choose for the different applications?
You know, the Cabela's has come out with the Tournament ZX series, and what I love about it is it's a technique-specific series that basically, you know, good fishermen know what they're doing, have come up with these different actions, and it gives us a little bit of idea kind of what we need to get us started.
Yeah. Both of us have been using these rods for almost 3 years now and going through the entire process of, you know, eliminating certain actions, bringing new actions in, and I think, you know, based on I've used them from Michigan to Texas and from Florida, you know, across the nation now, and I'm pretty impressed with all the different actions, and the lines continue to grow.
It continues to grow, and one thing I think you and I definitely agree on is it's got a great look to that rod. I mean, it's a real recognizable rod. It looks really good. I mean, it's, you know, it's got a little bit of white on the bottom, but it's not all white, and you know, I know that's probably not the most important thing, but it is important.
It does. You know, I like for them to look good. You know them, they're eye-catching out there, and guys look at that. But one of the most exciting things to me, I love how the grips feel. When I pick the rod up, and that's one of the first things I notice is how does it feel in my hand? Is it comfortable? And when I use these rods, no matter what technique that I've used, there's no fatigue.
It's glued to your hand, and I love that about it.
Yeah, I really do. I like that comfort. You know, when you go up a little bit further, you go to the reel seat, and you know, we use a lot of different reels for different applications out there, whether you're downsizing, throwing a little spinning reel, or whether you're throwing a big bait caster, maybe throwing giant swim baits. They all fit in there nicely.
They really do, and as far as the actions go, we've talked a little bit about that, but one thing I noticed about them is I want a rod to be castable. It's got to load right and really throw well. And some of the big ones especially, you know, the swim bait rod, the big cranking rods, you can really load up a big bait and throw it a long way.
And then you can downsize from there. When I start looking at the spinning rod lineup right now, the drop shot and plastic worm, you know, a lot of guys have the questions, how do I know if this rod is perfect for those situations? Well, with the technique-specific rods and the scenarios and the time that we've all put into these, from the Cabela's team all the way down to us on the water, we feel like we've got a rod design now that tells you, if you need a plastic worm rod, there it is. If you need a drop shot rod, there it is.
And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to use it for that, because we've crossed up. I mean, we may use a swim bait rod for flipping or something because we feel like we need extra power there, but it gives us a good starting point.
Speaking of power, I mean, flipping, frogs, we've got swim bait, umbrella rig type rods out there. They're performing to a lot of different specifications, and you've used them for tournament wins.
I actually just fished the Potomac River, used the spinnerbait swim jig rod to fish a chatterbait, because a chatterbait is a swim jig, and actually made great presentations up under docks and was able to win the tournament.
Yeah. You know, so to me, as you really digest this line of rods, you've got a good looking rod. You've got rods that are technique specific. They're very sensitive, and we've proven on all kinds of different fish across the nation that they're gonna perform.
They're gonna perform really well. Hey, I'm in love with the series. And I know we're making improvements on it all the time, but right now, it's pretty good.
Well, what's exciting is it's working great now. Who knows what the future is going to hold, because one thing about bass fishing, there's always a new technique, and you got to be right there with a new rod.
You know it. You know things are going to change, and Cabela's is changing with the times.
Cabela's Tournament ZX Rod Series, it's one that's definitely performing.
Designed with the help of the Cabela's pro staff, each rod is built with technique-specific actions that all bass anglers need. Each Tournament ZX rod has an easy-to-read technique-specific name inscribed on the handle so that you can find the right rod every time in your rod locker. All Tournament ZX rods feature top-quality components such as HM64 graphite rod blanks and grips overlays to ensure comfort and sensitivity during those all-day fishing trips. Check Check out all the Tournament ZX rods online or at your local Cabela's. Hobie Kayaks provide the ultimate lightweight fishing platforms that will offer anyone what they want when it comes time to hit the water. Hobie Kayaks' commitment to innovation, quality, and owner satisfaction is unparalleled in the industry. So when it's time for you to go kayaking, remember there's only one name to remember, and that's Hobie Kayak.
After all my years of searching, I finally busted the myth of the Yeti! The Angle High Performance Cooler, it's incredible! Just look at this lid, what a powerhouse! It's so freaking strong, so reliable, I just wanna boom! This silicone gasket's better than rubber!
Why, hello there. Are your base and sidewalls way thicker for superior insulation?
Oh, yes! After 10 days, still cold, still fresh. Let's see a Yeti do that. With Angle Coolers, it's official. The Yeti is busted!
The world's best fishing line is now available in the United States. Sunline FX2, the strongest braid available.
Son, this braid, I'll absolutely love it.
Treat your gear once with Sawyer Insect Repellent and go hunt the rest of the season. Sawyer, no ticks, no mosquitoes, simply better.
Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin, is brought to you by Big Bite Baits, Yamaha ATV, Real World Tough, and Arctic Ice, bitterly cold. Welcome to Bull Shoals in north central Arkansas. This is day 2 of a very special adventure available to Cabela's Club Card members. This is the Cabela's Ranger Boat Experience, where a lucky few get a rare behind-the-scenes glimpse of the Ranger Boat Factory and its role in the origins of tournament bass fishing.
In the 60s, as these lakes were built, nobody really thought about largemouth bass other than just ones caught in a natural river system. But once these reservoirs were built, and this one, Forrest can attest to it and will be able to tell you about it himself, as they learned these fish grow, and they grow in these creek arms, and they were so much fun to catch, it really spawned an industry. And Forrest was able to tack on to that very early on.
In case you haven't figured it out, the man Keith is speaking of is the legendary Forrest Wood, the founder of Ranger Boats and the developer of the modern bass boat. We'll get to meet him later as part of this one-of-a-kind trip put together by our friends at Cabela's.
So the Cabela's Club Experience is a program that gives access, we like to say behind-the-scenes access to the best brands in the industry.
We chose this tour because I wanted something my wife and I could do together. I did the Bowtech tour last year, and Cabela's did an outstanding job taking care of us, so I figured we'd do another tour this year. And our goal is to do one a year that we can go to and enjoy together. And my wife likes to fish, and my dad bought a Ranger in '75, and I've actually still got that Ranger. So this one was kind of special to me because Ranger Boats, Cabela's, and my wife and I being able to do it together. So it just seemed like the perfect combination.
It's fun for us to have the group in today because you can see it's a enjoyable thing for them and something that maybe I take for granted living and doing this every day. To have people come in and get to experience this for the first time and meet Forrest and Nina, it's an honor for us to be able to be a part of that.
One of the highlights of this experience is a personal tour of Forrest and Nina Wood's personal collection, led by the man himself.
Oh, man. When I walk around in here and look at all of these plaques on the wall and pictures and so forth, I have a lot of fond memories of a lot of days gone by. And think about how many people we've touched in the 40-some years we've been building boats. Just a lot of efforts and activities during our lifetime.
I think what makes this experience so unique is, again, that relationship that Cabela's has, and with these vendors and these pro staff, and how we are able to bring our customers and match that up.
When I saw the opportunity to get on deck with the pros for a couple days, it was a no-brainer. You really can't buy that kind of an experience. At least I didn't think you could until I ran across this one.
Hey, we've had a lot of fun today. We're on bull shows here as part of the Cabela's experience, and we have, you know, they got a tour of the plant yesterday. We had meals with Forrest and Nina and Randy Hopper and all the staff from Ranger Boats, and now we're out here in a little mock tournament where, you know, we got David Walker, James Niggermeyer, Jeff Reynolds, and myself, and we've ran all over the lake trying to catch keepers, and we've had a great day of fishing. I don't know how many fish we've caught, but you know, it's a pretty good number. No giants really today, but we've got our line stretch, and that's really, you know, the big part of it. But there's also been a lot of talk about, you know, knot tying and baits and map looking, you know, and reading different things of why we'd fish in one place or not. And that's a big part of these experience type trips, so that people can, you know, view it from the eyes of the guys that are out here fishing all the time. I ended up tugging a little butter.
Yes, he is, but they've all been tugging like that. Oh, this one's got some color to them. Don't go under the boat.
They always shrink when they get closer.
Not every day you get a chance to do this, especially with guys of this caliber on the boat, showing you things, teaching you technique.
Yeah, that's a good one there.
That's a keep for sure.
Yeah.
This is a great event. I mean, to be able to come out here to beautiful Bull Shoals Lake, be a part of this Cabela's and Rangers experience, it's just incredible. Meeting all these wonderful folks from all over the country, getting a chance to pursue my passion, get out there and go bass fishing. Yeah, there you go.
So these Cabela's Club members are eligible for these trips by being in our silver and black level cards. In order to get there, there's certain spend and credit requirements that they've got to meet. But essentially, these are our top-of-the-line best customers.
The overall experience for a trip like this, you know, when you look at it, it's the learning and the exposure and getting to do things that are outside of the norm. And for people that are looking for enjoyable trips like this Cabela's Experience program, whether you're going on a hunting trip or going to a factory or going out on the water on something like this, is something that a person definitely wants to look at and get out and learn something new and go out with the pros.
Learn more about upcoming Cabela's Club Card experiences. You can look it up online at Cabelas.com or visit your local Cabela's retail store. If you enjoyed this show, then we encourage you to check out AmericanaOutdoors.com for more great stories from the field. And a special thanks to our sponsors for making this episode possible. If you're in the market for new gear, please support those that support us. Americana Outdoors is a Careco TV production. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.